All right, ladies and gentlemen, so today we're going to continue our lesson on 7.6H. We're making predictions based off of surveys. So let's say that I have 40 total students in my class, but for the sake of my survey, I only asked 20 students how much do they like certain types of fruits. And the fruits that I have are oranges, apples, and let's say watermelons, okay? So let's say that out of the 20 students that I ask, 5 students like apples, 5 students like oranges, 10 students like watermelons, okay? Now, that's only half of my total population, right? So what I'm saying is that if I have a total amount of students being 40 students, and if I only survey half of them, then we can make a prediction based on our early results of how many total students would like a certain type of fruit. So if 5 students like oranges, 5 students like apples, and 10 students like watermelon, and if I only surveyed 20 students out of my total amount, which was 40, I can multiply, right? We can multiply each set by 2 to get what it would be like out of 40. For example, if I were to multiply oranges by 2, apples by 2, and multiply watermelons by 2, then I would have 20 watermelons, 10 oranges, and 10 apples, which would combine to be 40. You see what I mean? So if I have 40 total students, and if I only survey half, I can still make a prediction of what would likely be the total amount if I just multiply. So we're going to get into that in a little bit more detail. Another example of making predictions is the upcoming presidential election, right? So the presidential election is coming up, and people are making surveys about polls about who's going to win, okay? This is another example of using a survey to predict quantitative and qualitative data, all right? So that's a little bit of a real-world application of how surveys work, and how making predictions work. We're going to get into even more detail as I solve these I Do problems. If y'all have any questions, as always, I want y'all to message me on the Remind app. Y'all can also message me on YouTube. If y'all want me to make videos explaining in more detail, I'll do that as well. We have our Power DOL on Thursday, and I want you all to have the best opportunity to be successful. All right? So let me know if y'all have any questions, and I'll make it as clear as I can. All right, thank y'all.